Welcome back, Overwatch fans, to another amazing night.
We have a fantastic match tonight, no question about it.
Oh my god, yes!
But the barrage! Make sure they can't even follow up afterward.
And Wash is down 2 in this fight thus far. Make that 3, make that 4 right now here. Dynamic team gets a 4-man tire.
Those who find the picks will save the fight, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
100 gets 3 with the primal rage.
Experience Tranquility.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tranquility X Valorant. Of course, I'm Katz here with Mikey, and well, it's our first time on the mic for a while in Valorant, and I'm super excited to get it going here soon.
Absolutely, me too. Thank you for having me, Overwatch Tranquility League. It's a pleasure to be casting with you tonight, Cats. We're gonna go into some sick Valorant games in a minute here. What kind of stuff are you looking out for in these first maps?
Yeah, well, we did mention this a little bit earlier. Pearl is available. We're going to go into map bans. Before we do that, of course, let's talk a little bit about the teams. We've got Mortal Wombat up versus Tris Kitty Club. I believe Tris Kitty Club currently 0-1 as we're heading into the second week here. Mortal Wombat 1-0. Didn't get a chance to actually look at the matchups we saw previously, so not exactly too sure what we're going to be looking at going into this match, but still rather super excited here going into it. And frankly, what we're going to expect, I'm hoping for just some really spicy gameplay, some really close matches, and of course, always praying for that third game.
Absolutely. I do remember, I watched over some of the demos from the Mortal Wombat last week, and I'm pretty sure I saw a fracture from them, and I saw a chamber every single map. So I can't remember the player's name, but we've seen the chamber from Mortal Wombat. We've seen how strong it is for them, and we've seen those long-range maps like Breeze and Fracture. So it should be really interesting to see if they go for that same kind of style, just playing really flex, trying to use their aim more than their game skills to take the win here today. But really, we've not seen them go up against Tris. I don't think we've seen anything from Tris Kitty Club, actually. So it should be very fascinating to see how these two teams match up against each other tonight.
Yeah, as we work our way towards those picks and bans, you mentioned it might be a big opportunity for Tris to try and take away some of those longer range matches, try and get them off that chamber and shut down some of those long rotations. At the same time, if you have the confidence, if you want to try and do a wide peek to just hit someone on a quick swing, you can go for it. You can go for it versus that chamber, especially in a league such as this. You can be really aggressive at certain points of the game. Take that mid control, throw down the smokes where you want them. Likewise, I'm expecting to probably see a Viper here tonight. Still such an incredibly strong character. If you're able to get on site, throw down that ultimate, you basically have it locked down. So many zones closed and so many zones locked off. But here we go. Loading into the bans now. We're going to have to see Mortal Wombat up versus Tris Kitty Club.
And we see the Pearl ban immediately for Mortal Wombat, something there that we kind of expected, Pearl being such a new map to the map pool. Teams trying to still figure out what kind of agents are most effective on it, what kind of strategies to use. So not a surprise there for Mortal Wombat to ban Pearl, but I'm curious to see what we're going to see as the next map ban here from Tris Kitty Club.
Yeah, and we talked about Pearl a little bit, just being in the map rotation. I feel like not that many people are really super familiar, super comfortable with it, especially since it's not in the competitive rotation just yet. It's basically only being able to play it if you solo queue for Pearl. So no matter what, you're really not going to have the opportunity to play it in the scrims. You're really not going to have the opportunity to get to know other teams on it as well. So not too surprised with that ban. Tris Kitty Club, though, with the next opportunity to ban, maybe expecting something along the lines of a Fracture, trying to take away a lot of those long range potential opportunities. We'll have to see what they pick as we are waiting for them to lock in their ban here.
And we definitely see them taking their time to think it over. Tranquility Club probably got an opportunity to watch some demos from Mortal Wombat, and Breeze has come in as the second ban. So Pearl, Breeze, what do you think kind of maps we're going to see Mortal Wombat go for their first map 1 pick?
Yeah, I don't have to guess. It's going to be Bind. Is not too sure if it's locked in just yet, but Bind map 1 here between Mortal Wombat and Tranquility Club coming through pretty quickly. Ascent for Tranquility Club. They might be pretty comfortable on this map, have a decent amount of experience, and if you are able to be really comfortable, if you're able to find certain lineups, certain smokes that work really, really well for you, you're just going to feel way, way more comfortable on it than the other squad. Mortal Wombat, though, going to take away the Fracture. And you mentioned Mortal Wombat really liking the Chamber, really liking playing those long-range opportunities, so it's kind of interesting that they take this Fracture off the table.
Yeah, I'm really surprised to see that Fracture ban from them. We're going to get Haven as our decider map. Should be very interesting map. Maybe we'll see some Astra come out, something like that. One of the only maps that hero can shine on. But really interested to see what kind of side. I was just about to say, will Mortal Wombat be starting attacker or defender? They're going to start attacker on map 1 Bind. So what kind of hero picks are you looking, or agent picks, excuse me, are you looking for from the Mortal Wombat players here?
Yeah, we've been harping on it all night long so far, and I say all night, hey, we've been live for about 5 minutes, but the Chamber is something that we've discussed and has just done incredibly well there for Mortal Wombat. Whether they're able to consistently get the picks off with the ultimate, you can play an economy round so incredibly comfortable whenever it comes down to that Chamber ultimate, and you still want those supporting carries, still expecting things such as that Sage. It's going to allow you a lot of opportunities to get on site, as well as even on the defender's thing. If you're able to get that wall off hookah, if you're able to get it off long, it's going to slow down the attack of the other team so much and really stop them in their tracks, allow your team some time to rotate or time to try and push, hold some off angles on the flank.
Absolutely. One thing I'm definitely looking for, not sure when we're going to get into the agent pick. Hopefully we're going to go there in just a moment, but I'm looking to see a Sova from both teams here. Sova, pretty much in my book at least, absolutely necessary hero on Bind. The Sova darts you can throw out at the start of the round to get that early information is something I'm hoping we're going to see from both teams. But this being a lower level league, these players playing a little bit more flex, maybe not as together as a team, we might see just some really confidence picks. We might see those Chambers, those Jets, those Raze picks, stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a double duelist kind of composition. So very, very excited to see these hero picks come out in just a moment here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And when it comes down to it, it's going to be comfort over meta. If you are way more comfortable, say, on example, for a Neon rather than a just really any other initiator or a Sky or something along those lines, you're going to pick whatever you're comfortable with at the end of the day. Just because you have the comfort means you're going to be a lot more, you're going to be able to make a lot more plays on that particular character. You're going to be able to simply talk more. You're not going to have to focus on playing that character you're not comfortable with a lot more. So I think I have always thought this way, and it's always going to be comfort over meta, especially down in these lower leagues. But really excited to get into this character select here just momentarily. One thing I really do want to mention, I really hope we see something along the lines of a Sky. It's you mentioned the Sova for getting information, but you always got to remember, Sky is one of those weird characters that you can use the blind and you can use it from so far away just to gather information. You don't have to use it for its, flashy pop flash ability. You can use the wolf to try and clear out sight, try and clear out corners as well. But here we go into character select here on Bind.
We're gonna see the insta raise lock and a KJ also, so interesting to see how that Killjoy will hopefully allow the team on defender side to get a really strong start to the game, but Killjoy, not sure how useful she's going to be once they swap over to attacker side. So I'm looking to see a really strong start from them. And one thing I'm surprised about, not seeing a Chamber here from the team starting on defender side. So very interesting from them. We are going to see the Astra come out. So we're definitely seeing, like you said, Cats, those comfortable picks, not the meta picks. These players are just going to do what they're comfortable with. They're going to try and go out there, frag, have a good time, and it should be a great match for us to observe tonight. I'm really excited.
Yeah, here we go. Loading in. It's going to be the Mortal Wombats up versus the Tranquility Club. Of course, a best of 3. First of 2 takes it on, moves on up to, if Mortal Wombat take it, they'll move to 2-0. And Tranquility Club, if they're able to tie it up at 1 apiece, they'd be more than happy to do it. But, like you mentioned, these picks, they are straight comfort. Astra, not a character you really ever expect on the bind. Killjoy, not something you've seen that often in general. So I'm really excited to see how these players play their comfort picks.
Definitely. Another thing I'm interested in is what do you think the mentality is going to be for the two different teams? One being up 1-0, one being down a map, having lost the first round. I wonder if there's going to be a little bit different mentality from the Mortal Wombat players, since they do have that security of knowing they've already won 1 game compared to their opponent who's down a game to them, effectively down 2 games compared since they lost their first map. So I wonder if we're going to see a bit of a slower play from Tranquility Club, knowing the fact that they're already down a map, or if they're just going to throw it all against the wall, not think about that record, not think about that match last week, and just try and full reset and play the best VALORANT they can play.
Yeah, and I really think that just comes down to how'd you play last week? And if you played slow last week, it didn't work out for you, hey, let's play fast, and vice versa. Pretty much either way, I'm expecting the side of Mortal Wombat to play whatever they're comfortable with, to play slow. And one of the main things in VALORANT as well, people talk about playing slow, playing fast. It's not static. You can do different things at different points in the round. You can rush out get a pick or 2, and then just not move the rest of the round. You can sit there, put a sage wall up, send out sky flashes, gather information, and really just slow down the enemy's push onto your spike. Or you could just go completely off the wall and run everybody down, beat them in straight gun skill if you really want to. And that's what you gotta love about it sometimes. It's just the absolute way the game can change, the map can change, and especially when looking at economy, that is one thing where I really, really want to keep my eye on as we go into this game, especially in the silver gold leagues. We talk about economy. People don't really think about it as much, if I'm being just completely honest, but I'm really excited to see how the economy unfolds going into this one.
Definitely. Do you think force buys are the way to go, or do you think just always looking for that full buy is the way? Because as we discussed, and it looks like we are going to get into gameplay here in just a minute, so I will throw it back over to Cats and let that go underway.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned force buys. I really think it comes down to just where you are, where you currently are when it comes to rounds. Are you down 5 rounds to 0 and you need to absolutely force every round because you are just going to keep throwing no matter what? Or are you going to be able to clutch up? Are you going to be able to get something going? But let's go ahead, let's take a look at these guns. It's going to be classics just about across the board here for Mortal Wombat. Ghost in the name of It's Kiddo. Of course, the light shields across as well. And, oh, no, just kidding. It's Kiddo wants a sheriff instead. But classics across the board, a couple lights as well for Tranquility Club. They're going to look a little bit more comfortable trying to play slow maybe, and they'll have a little bit of extra economy as well, but gathering information already. A couple quick side peeks, as well as I believe that was a Skyhawk that went out. They're going to rotate it back towards the B side.
So I'm wondering what information the Tranquility Club just gained there that led them towards B. Not sure if they were expecting maybe an aggressive push up a short. We are going to see the dog go out from Sky, though. She's going to get the information about where that raise is. Going to try and spray, and we're going to see the first kill come out from Nye.
And they're able to slow down this push a little bit with a few stuns, but the plant is still coming out. You got to be really careful of this KJ in elbow right now. Trio is just playing incredibly slow. Nobody knows he's really here. They haven't checked it, so they got to be careful. There's the Sky Flash. There's 1 kill. The headshot comes through. Looking for the second. Chamber's going to teleport back out of there and still taking it slow. It's going to be 2 people going in. Quick headshot to finish off Nye, and now looking for more, playing super aggressive. That's 3 quick kills for Mortal Wombat. They're looking to pick up this pistol, but no, that's 2 kills from Hookah, and the knife from Astra from Amy is able to finish him off. Mortal Wombat going to pick up the defuse and the pistol.
And that knife, we might see that play a role in the economy here for the Mortal Wombats. Wonder if we're going to see Astra go for a bit of a force buy here on second round. Go for something crazy like maybe a Phantom or a Vandal. Or with that potential, though, for the Trist Kitty Club to force up the fact that they did get those couple of kills. We see 2 kills from Frog Lover, 1 kill from Nye, and we're gonna see the Scout. Nope, Scouts got sold, so I do believe we are gonna see a full eco here from Trist Kitty Club. And as much as an observer, I would like to see some flashy plays with the Sheriff, would like to see some crazy peaks with the Scout. The eco is definitely the way to go here. Just get this one round over with. Try not to let Mortal Wombat get all those kills on one player so they can't force up to an op, and just go into next round with an even buy.
Yeah, and it's just about full bonus round there as well. Oh, that's going to be quick too from Aeon. He's going to take out them. Now looking for more, potentially trying to push out through that smoke, but the spike is still back towards the middle of the map as they're trying to rotate B. Don't want to make any noise, and there's been no over rotation just yet.
And I do like seeing how the attacker side team is getting out of there. Like we said, it would be really risky to give Astra more than 2 kills this round. So good job to them to go to the other site. And it looks like we might see them get a plant. Omen is going to go straight through that molly. He's going to get the plant down default. So great job there to get them a little bit more money for this next buy round. But this round isn't over. We have seen some crazy eco rounds from teams before. We know how powerful that right click is on the Classic. We're going to see the first kill come out from Sova. Toxic's going to get the second kill, and this should be all but done for the team there. A correction on our part, we did have the wrong teams up on the graphic at first. So starting on the defender side is Trist Kitty Club, Mortal Wombat, currently the team on attacker, down 0-2.
Yeah, so Trist Kitty Club coming out swinging right now, and you gotta love to see that. Try currently 4-0. They had the bonus round. They're going to be able to stay on the eco. Of course, you really don't expect them to win this round. They're up versus the full rifles, but if they're able to get it, their economy goes through the roof. Their economy goes through the roof, and of course, Mortal Wombat, it's in shambles. You're not going to be able to afford much, but it is full rifles across the board here for Mortal Wombat.
And not just the economy too. If we do somehow manage to see the Kitty Club take in victory here on that bonus round, the confidence for Mortal Wombat is just going to go out the window. So I'm looking for a really slow, methodical round from them. Hopefully they can try and get an early pick and put themselves on advantage, because if they start getting a couple heroes down at the start, give that advantage over to Kitty Club, it is going to be trouble for their confidence levels the rest of this best of 3 here.
And looking for potentially an execute on to be here. Dog goes out. Don't think it spotted anyone. Might have been able to spot the Rays in the corner as Navino is slowly creeping around this corner, looking for that entry frag. Just waiting around that corner is Aeon. Once again, Polar able to secure first blood. 2 quick kills for Mortal Kombat as they're looking to execute. Teleport goes in, and the plant as well. Tries able to trade a kill back on the Nye, though. As Spike goes down, and it's going to be the retake opportunity in the 3v4. Ayana playing slow inside this Omen smoke.
And I think what we might be seeing here from the Kitty Club is just a bit of play for exit frags here. We've talked about how important the economy is. We do see the Killjoy ult come out to pretty much effectively secure the round for the... Oh, excuse me, that is Kitty Club's Killjoy ult, actually. So that's going to allow them to get on the site. Io's going to get the first kill. We're going to see the tap. Polar, though, from Hookah is going to manage to get the kill. Astra's going to smoke them off in Hookah. We are going to see the bomb get pinged, though. And with that, the round is going to be over. Mortal Wombat going to get their first round on the board. But their economy really struggling right now. We see only 2 members getting out alive. I am interested to see how much money they have. We're only going to see 2,800 on Navino there. He is going to manage to get himself a Phantom, though. So their economy should be fine, but they are going to be right on the edge. They're going to need to win this round here.
Yeah, both Frog Lover and Navino both forced to go for those light shields. And actually, it looks like I think it might have been Nye that was able to buy Navino, and he's able to get heavy. But it is going to be Frog Lover on the light shields. That's what you got to be really careful about, especially going into this round. You cannot afford another death, or the economy will start.
Look at this Astra and I do believe that Sky both pushing through showers right now. We're going to see Froglover, though. He's watching it. He's going to get the double kill, and I'd like to see a really quick execute onto that bomb site now from the Mortal Wombat players. We're seeing the spike, though, all the way in spawn, and Frog's taking it to the other side of the map, so maybe they think an over-rotation is about to happen here. Not exactly sure. We do see still 2 members on that B bomb site for Kitty Club, so this might be the wrong play here for the Mortal Wombat players. We'll have to see. Toxic going to be holding the angle. I do believe he saw the gun, and he's definitely going to hear those players come in. Omen Smoke's going to block him off. He's going to continue to spam, and he's all the way down to 2 HP. That is not a good start to the hold here. Plant is going to go out. We're going to see the dog go through spawn and get the stun on the 2 players. And with the information plus hold that Mortal Wombat has, I would like to say this should just be a save for the enemy team. We're going to see Kitty Club lose 2 members, though. They're going to lose that 3rd, and their economy is going to be just destroyed right now. So great job there by Mortal Wombat to scrape through with that weak buy and put themselves back in control of this game here.
Yeah, Nova picks himself up a 3K there, looking pretty comfortable on that Sky. And yeah, those were 2 really quick frags out of showers. They were pushing so heavily into showers, think they might be able to catch someone off guard, but no, turning it around was Nova, and more than happy to do that. Now all tied up here at 2, and it's going to be the full eco round for Trice Kitty Club.
One thing I'm a little curious about is we've seen almost no hookah contention from the players here. They're going to change that this round, playing aggressive with these shorties. But we've really seen Kitty Club not electing to take any control of mid on this map. Not really concerned about the Mortal Wombat players getting control of that. And that has punished them a little bit. We've seen the split come out onto B there, but I do believe it was those first 2 picks that really won them that round. So we're going to have to see if the Kitty Club switch up their play style a little. Right now, though, both teams just playing really slow. I'm sure the Mortal Wombat players know there's an eco round on the other side and just don't want to get caught out by those shorties and frenzies, which we have seen time and time again how dangerous they can be. Navino, though, going to get the double kill, take out both those shorty players in hookah, and he's still on 40 HP. Omen TP going to come in for info. We're going to see the knife go out, and it's not going to spot anyone on site, so they know they do have control of it. Going to take out the KJ turret super quick, and Omen going to go for that default plant again, and all 3 players in CT here. Wonder if we're going to see them all fly out together and just try and overwhelm a player and get a quick pick.
Yeah, it was a quick sky flash there. Nova's going to be doing the same thing. Pop, and I think he might have actually flashed himself on accident. Right, trying to peek this corner. Nova going to clean it up instead. Now left in a 2v5. Full eco. Glitch is able to take her down 1, but not before Polar finishes him off. Mortal Wombat now at a 3-0 lead. I think this does give Tri the opportunity to try and force up, try and pick up these rifles again. But with 3 quick rounds in a row here from Mortal Wombat, their economy is looking fantastic. Could force an op realistically if they wanted to. 5 out of 7 for Polar, currently on that chamber ultimate. So he's really coming onto the cusp of coming online. Looking to get really strong.
Interesting here that we see a very similar buy from Triss Kitty Club that we've seen before. I would have liked to see them maybe go for the op on one of those players to hold off that B-long angle that we've seen the Mortal Wombat players send 2 players to almost every round thus far, but they did not think that was the right play, just going for the 5 rifles.
Dog goes out from Sky to try and get a little bit more information here as well. So that is going to be the Sky ultimate. Seekers looking for anybody around, and Nova is able to pick up the first blood here. Looking onto B site heavily as bomb is going down. And it is Tri able to get a trade kill finally. Now 4v3 in favor of the defenders, but they've got a retake.
Wonder what kind of approach we're going to see here from Triss Kitty. We'd see 3 players in elbow right now. Going to hopefully flash themselves through that Astral Wall. We're going to see the Sova Dart come out for information. And that Astral Wall just so well placed so the player can't get through it until they go around Cubby there. Frog Lover with the flank is going to pick out 2. Try, we're going to see him get on the defuse. 1 tick is already done, and they're going to get the defuse. Well done there by Triss Kitty Club to get in there quickly and get that defuse done. I'm wondering if they just didn't hear it because of that Astro Wall there.
Yeah, potentially, but honestly, that might have been one of the better Astro Walls I've seen. I didn't know that Angle was up there, that Aonaki was just sitting there and waiting. They could wait forever up there. 2 quick kills came out from Frog Lover. And frankly, it didn't matter at the end of the day, though. Fantastic round coming out of them as they're able to finish it off. Tie us all up back at 3. Rifles just about across the board. Unfortunately, it is a Marshall for its kiddo.
One thing I'm really curious about here, we see 3 players on the bomb site, and one of them being Killjoy. Lots of times when you see a Killjoy, it's only the Killjoy there. So maybe Kitty Club realizing that that favored bomb site is the B bomb site for Mortal Wombat, but not really sure what that kind of play is. Their A is really weak right now.
Yeah, and you want to play slow. You don't want to make extra movement if you can't afford it. But it is 4 people heading over towards the A bomb site instead. And I think that might have been one person rotating over. Sky here to send out the dog, going to spot out Kiddo there in U-Haul. Quick flash is going to find 2. And those Marshall shots are there, but just not connecting just yet. Another shot comes through, but going to get jet smoked off. Toxic able to find the first blood onto Navino. Concussed here, Nova, but he's still able to get the headshot. Takes him out, puts it into a 3v2 scenario. But the defenders once again have to retake as the spike is going down.
KJ and I do believe that is Raze, both coming from spawn there. We see the Sova still stuck in heaven, and I'm not sure if Mortal Wombat knows about that Sova up there. So I'd like to see the 2 players swing. We're going to see the Omen ult come in for information. So they know there's 2 players there coming from main. Frog Lover, though, playing the defensive angle. He's maybe going to get a lineup. The Toxic is going to peek, though, and get the kill. We're really seeing the superiority of the Vandal over the Phantom there. Would have loved to see it. That looks like that 3K almost just lined up for him, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it was so close. If maybe Toxic hadn't rounded that corner at that exact moment, might have stepped up a little bit farther. Would have been a quick 2. That third, that's pretty hard spray control to handle, but surely might have been able to pick it up. But that's another 2 quick rounds here for Try's Kitty Club, and looking to get comfortable here once again on the defender's side. They struggled a little bit, especially after that bonus, and it looked like their economy had fallen through a little bit, but slowly but surely they're getting back into the groove of things, have been able to hold down B, sending 3 here. They're able to find their information. They're able to get comfortable pretty much wherever they want to, and Glitch on a quick rotate back to A. Isn't too sure if there's anyone there. I don't believe his shock dart actually spotted anything, so on the quick rotate is the side of Mortal Wombat, slowly peeking through mid, back and forth.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe we saw a Ares come out from one of the players on defender's side there, and plenty of money for a Vandal, so definitely interested to see what they're going to be doing with that. I do believe it was the KO, so can't really think of a good situation where he could use it in, but we've seen some really creative plays thus far in this match. I'm sure something fun will happen with that.
Yeah, definitely. 48 seconds. Aeon is able to find the kill onto Nai. The plant is going down as the ultimate from Sova comes out looking for the pick, but it's Frog Lover to take out Aeon. Kitty's able to trade that onto Nova, though. It's now in a 3v3. Defenders looking to retake. Cover going down. Oh, there we go. We're back. Seekers are here. Shots are coming through as one is looking in showers. You mentioned that Ares there. It is Navino cleaning up Kiddo. And now 2 defenders remain. Have to take down 3. Frog Lover holding such a tight angle, but tries able to get the kill. Now we're in the 1v2. It's KJ. Frog Lover doesn't care. Takes him out. And we're back all tied up at 4.
What a shot there from Polar on the player peak in heaven. Just barely saw his head there. Going to give him the haircut. Well done. Really, really good defensive setup from Mortal Wombat. We saw the players all over the site, and pretty much every single angle was covered. I loved how wherever one of those players got picked from, they had a trade set up on that post plant. So really excellent job from Mortal Wombat there on the post plant. Would love to see a little bit more methodical of a retake from Kitty Club here. Seems like every time the spike has been planted, Mortal Wombat has been able to pick the win. But what a shot there from Kiddo. Looking for the second one. Frog Lover is scared to peek that angle. He's going to throw the flash out. Not going to get the blind. 2 players there are to respond. He's going to miss the shot again on Frog Lover, but he's there with another blind. Here's the dog coming in. He's going to manage to get a couple shots on it, but that is going to force him out of hookah.
Yeah. Quick shot, though, was able to find the trade. It's going to be able to stall a little bit for his teammates to rotate on over. But Toxic throws out the flash. Nova doesn't know he's here, but it doesn't matter. Quick headshot comes through, and Toxic's able to trade one back. Back to a 2v2. Kiddo still only with the Sheriff here as Spike goes down. Now, waiting slowly in the wings, waiting for his teammate to arrive, and there it is in the 2v2. The Killjoy comes out. Gotta be careful. It's a quick blind. Yeah, it's gonna find a bit more information, but you're playing against the time here. You're playing against the Spike. The Killjoy is gonna come out. It's not going to lock anyone up. Try holding down Showers. Doesn't matter. Trying to get the turn. Goes down at the end of the day. Shots come through, and Navino once again pick up 2 quick kills with that Ares, and now they'll retake the lead. I believe this might be actually. No, it's the second time Mortal Wombat has led in this match.
Some great eco damage from Kitty Club, though. Very well done to get themselves that big set of kills there on the eco round. I do believe the Sheriff was the only forced gun, correct me if I'm wrong. So really, really, really effective round from them on eco.
Yeah, and fantastic for them. Really great shots from Kiddo. Actually, I believe he didn't have any kills before that round. Pulls out the Sheriff, says, oh, this game is about clicking heads. I remember now. So let's keep it going there for Kiddo.
Going back to his Counter-Strike roots, perhaps.
Oh, certainly. Ain't nothing like a little bit of CS back in the day. As a lot of Valorant players, especially up in the higher tiers, definitely come from that CS background. Such a similar game. It's basically CS with abilities.
The Odin spray is going to come in. Toxic forced not to peek the angle there. He's going to get shut out by Polar, who's going to walk through the molly there. Not sure if he wasn't expecting that. And I'd love to see Navino here just sit and wait for that post-plant spam with the Odin. We're going to see him take the angle there. Not sure if they know about that Killjoy going through elbow. They're definitely going to hear the Sova Dart come out. And I do believe that Sova Dart did actually detect Navino, so they probably remember he was there, but a little bit of extra information for Kitty Club to get. Blind's going to come in on Navino. That's going to force him to the right side of Garden. Frog Lover trying to watch a couple angles here. He's got players all around him. Glitch is going to swing and turn it into a 2v2. Navino holding that angle on KJ. KJ, though, going to get the spray with the Spectre. Jet is the last hope for the Mortal Wombat players. We're going to see the defuse come in. Jet's going to dash, and he's going to get shut down by Kiddo. Well done. Really good retake there from the Kitty Club.
Yeah, the trading there was phenomenal, and that's exactly what you do in that situation. If you're up even, take trades and really try and force it into that 2v1 at the end of the day. You need to take the trades to try and gain some space inside of the bomb site, and that's exactly what they're able to do. Now, all tied back up, and, you know, we looked at the scoreboard before we came into this game. We said, oh, you know, tries Kitty Club 0-1. Wombat, they're looking comfortable at 1-0. Of course, it's very, very early in the season, but we are looking at a dead even game rate.
I would love to see many, many rematches between these teams in the future. I'd love to see a history built up between them because the skill level on both teams seems to just be so evenly matched. What a match they have provided for us thus far. We're going to see Kiddo get the pick, but he is going to be able to get revived since he was in his null command. We're going to see KO come back up. Well done there to Frog Lover. We're going to see Sky Flash through the jet smoke. That's going to force... Oh, and the Paranoia coming in to save Nova's life there. Toxic getting blinded. Really well done by Frog Lover there to assist his teammate. And this bomb site take looks easy here with the utility that Mortal Wombat is throwing out. But we've seen how strong those retakes have been from Try's Kitty Club, so this round definitely not over.
Still 2 players remaining as another pick comes through from Polar. Able to get one. Looking for the second. Nova says, no way. Gets the headshot as well as Polar with the free K. And it's Mortal Wombat right back in the lead. Rounds traded like they're nothing. But we are into just about halftime. Last round before it. And another opportunity for Try's Kitty Club to tie it back up.
I definitely like to see a similar push here from Mortal Wombat. We see their aggressives on both bomb sites are pretty even. They're good on A and good on B, but the retake is so much better on the B bomb site from Try's Kitty Club. I would really like to see Mortal Wombat head over to that A bomb site again. Maybe put a fake on B, but definitely A is the way to go.
Yeah, and it's been interesting. I don't think we've seen Chambers ultimate a single time this game.
It's a great point. I don't think we have.
No operators, nobody just liking those shots. And, well, you know, as soon as I mention it, of course, Polar decides, oh, it's last round. I forgot I have this thing. But let's whip it out. Finds one kill, a couple trade kills as well. Now into the 3v4 in favor of Mortal Wombat as they're looking to take this site. Glitch just waiting around that corner. They're able to spot out 2 players on the flank. Spike goes down.
Interesting plant there. Would have thought he would plant for garden for his chamber. We're going to see 2 players push in from hookah. The wall is going to come out. Dog through the wall to try to get information, and they found chamber, the last player. Io going to pick up the last kill, and we're going to be tied up again, folks. 6-6. What a close matchup we've had thus far tonight.
Yeah, and just rounds traded back and forth like they're nothing between these 2 squads. And what a fantastic start to this one. Love to see it. Love to keep the pressure on. Try's Kitty Club looking a lot more comfortable than I expected them to, but Mortal Wombat, especially on that take, looked a little shaky on that last take.
And we did see that Killjoy, we did see her really effective on defender side there. So I'm interested to see if she's going to be as effective once they swap over to attacker side. But do not put any doubt in your mind that this is going to be a close game. I'm sure we're going to go right down to the wire.
Yeah, most definitely. And at this point, what you got to be worried about is, okay, we're all tied up. Are we going to OT at this point? No, not necessarily that, but it's the pistol. It is the pistol. It could put so much momentum in one team's favor. You're going to get the bonus. You're going to get so much extra aggression. It's Kiddo. He says, you know, the sheriff is really working out for me. Let's keep it going. Frog Lover does find a trade, and Polar finds one as well. Potentially for a headshot here on a Toxic, but he finds the trade kill instead. Now, once again, looking at 3v3, everybody is going to meet here on the A site. As shots go out, as well as the spike, it's going to go down. Glitch able to find it. Shots on to Try. Try says no way and takes out Nova. Looking for another trade. Nade goes down now into the 1v1. It's the defuse. Is he just going to stick it? No, that's off of it. Quick shot. That's the right click. Hello, classic. And just like that, it's going to be Try's Kitty Club with a lot of momentum here starting the second half.
I love to see those confident plays right there. Killjoy going for the right click instead of the headshot, just swinging and praying for the best it's going to work out for them. And I really like to see, as we discussed before, every time they took an angle, they had a trade set up for them. That was a really, really well-played retake there from the defender side on Mortal Wombat.
Yeah, and quick timeout comes through. You're going to talk over it, going to try and figure out how they adjust and move into the second half. And of course, these teams do have 2 timeouts apiece, I believe, per map. So it took a little while for the first one to come in, and I'm a little surprised, but this game has just been so even. It's been so hard for either team to try and find an edge over top of one another that, yeah, I'm actually not too surprised that the timeouts haven't come through yet.
I'm a little surprised they didn't wait one more round. Maybe we're going to see them force buy instead of ecoing here. But if it were me, at least, I would have played the eco. I would have had everyone spread out and just try to get information about what agents are playing on what bomb sites, and then maybe call the timeout and strategize. But we are going to see the eco come out, but they did not listen to my strategy with the timeout. So just going to try and do the best to get the information this round and apply what they talked about during that timeout starting the next round.
Yeah, you want to be able to farm information, and is this a 5-stack on B? It is. They're swinging long. Everybody's swinging long. Trades are all there, but it's 3 kills in favor of Try's Kitty Club. Oh my goodness. They weren't expecting that one. Frog Lover's going to peek out again. He's in the smoke. Another trade. Nova's finally able to take down one member of Try, but I don't think it's going to matter. Oh my goodness. That was a commit and a half. Nova Hold on,
Spike
able to
planted.
pick up 2 now. Spike does go down onto A though. And I'm gonna say, yeah, let's not peek. Let's play our Spike, take that teleport, safe back. And honestly,
They've just given
you're
him a
Nova,
gun.
just save. Just save this. You're more than comfortable doing that at this point.
I really can't believe that. I can't believe they just gave him a gun like that. It's not going to matter. He is going
Never
to
mind.
go through TP and going to get taken out by the Killjoy nade there. But I'm really surprised they just gave him a gun there. Didn't really turn out to mean anything, though.
Yeah, I mean, didn't really mean anything. They're able to force rifles this round and try and play more aggressive, I guess. But really weird round to say the least. I really like the idea from Mortal Wombat, but they were just met with the firing squad of the side of Try's Kitty Club as they went into long, and they got melted for it.
I definitely really like it. I think it feels a lot better as a team to all get wiped out doing something together than just get picked off individually. That can hurt your confidence a bit more. So maybe the Mortal Wombat players just saying, we lost Pistol, let's get over it, get this round over with, and get us some Vandals.
Yeah, definitely. Wolf gonna go out here from Kiddo, trying to gather some information. Is he gonna check this corner? Yes, he does know the Omen is there. Going to potentially Hardchunk. He's only got this Marshall. A pretty weird pickup with Toxic with the help. Able to take him down. Another quick flash as 2 members are backside of B. And the shots come through.
Really quick there from the Mortal Wombat players. Wonder if that's something that Tries Kitty Cub will note for later. Could see some fakes from them, as we've seen the rotates are very quick. And I'm really surprised to see Polar here still trying to go for some kills. I definitely want to be saving those 2 Vandals they have left to their name. If I was a coach on Mortal Wombat's side, we're going to see a nice kill from him. Almost gets the kill on the Raze, but Toxic is going to trade it out and bring them up to a 9-6 lead.
Yeah, and at this point, if you're a Tries Kitty Club, you are very comfortable. You just ruined the economy once again of Mortal Wombat. They're going, looks like they might be trying to force. We're seeing a couple Spectres, a bit of light armor across the board. And at this point in the game, yeah, you kind of do need to force. I don't know if you can afford to give up another round. And they're going to do it. It's going to be a Shorty, single Spectre, and a Marshal, the help of a Sheriff and light shields.
I think we see them all buying down to only 1450 though, so that should be enough to get themselves heavy armor and a Vandal next round. So definitely forcing up a little, but luckily prioritizing that next round also. I do like to see that.
It is an early kill though for Mortal Kombat as they're able to take one down.
And right after that kill comes out, we're going to see the Omen of Frog Lover head over for the heals from his Sky. So good teamwork there from the players, but we're going to see all the players group up on that B bomb site here for Tries Kitty Club. I'm a little surprised about that since they just found the Omen there with the gun. Maybe they thought that they lit him and he couldn't get healed. That's why they've decided. But we see 2 players here in Garden. The knife's going to come out. Omen's going to swing a nice spray though from Kiddo. Toxic actually going to get the first kill. Thought he got the double kill. Sky though going to be coming in with that Judge. We've seen how deadly Judges can be in the past. Killjoy looks like she's going to get caught out. The timing though as they pick up the gun, and Try is going to punish him for that. Excellent play from him.
And that's just such unfortunate timing there. But hold on. Polar is going to get the headshots. Ooh. That's 2. It's down to a 2v2. I believe Jet has a Marshal. There comes the teleport, the ultimate from Chamber out as well. There is no way you try and peek this right now. I think he's just outside of the Killjoy as well. There's no reason to try and take it. Couple shots. Chamber ult. Not going to connect on the first shot. Not the second either. Looking for the third. Third's the charm. It's the 4K for Polar. Here comes the plant. The Killjoy getting shut down. She's able to trade one back. Try looking for it. No, it's Polar with the 4K and able to hold on for dear life as Mortal Wombat.
And Polar taking 2 shots at the dead body of Killjoy there. Maybe a little bit of attitude coming out from the Mortal Wombat players. We saw how confident they were at the first half of this game. So maybe that's just what they need to do to build the confidence, right?
Yeah, something along those lines. But if you're Polar right now, you got a bit of confidence from that. Went from 12 to 16 kills. And just separated yourself from the team a little. But at the same time, you need kind of the rest of your team to get frag and 9. If, they did really well on that attacking side, they're able to pretty consistently get those kills. But so far, haven't really been able to perform too much on this defending side.
Yeah, I'd like to see something fun out of Jet. Like to see a little bit of an aggressive play from her. I think they're just playing very by the books right now, and Trice Kitty Cub, that is what they know how to handle. Maybe go for some fancier plays, some stuff they won't expect, and the game will swing more in their favor. We're going to see Uno take the aggressive angle. He is going to shoot the shock dart, though, so that's going to give away his position. The push from Hookah is coming in, though, and we see no other players on site, only 2 players in elbow. Raze is going to get that bomb site, and they have really just given it up here, have the Mortal Wombat players.
Yeah, they're going to leave him for the retake. Keep your eyes on this Jet. Raze ultimate pop shot comes through. Toxic takes him down. Now into the 2v4. Jet coming through long. Chamber still in elbow. Nye slowly working his way up here. They really don't want to drop this round.
If there's ever a time for him to show up, it is now.
Certainly, and unfortunately...
It is Nye, though.
The door is closed, and it's just Polar. Last one remaining. You kind of just want to save here, but you're in a really weird spot to try and get out. Maybe pick up an exit frag or two? Does he just leave? Oh, he gets an exit frag, too. Takes down Kiddo.
Nicely done, but I fear that's not going to do much for them. I don't really think the confidence is going to be there for Mortal Wombat. One little exit kill to dent that economy just ever so slightly really isn't going to be enough to bring them back. So like I was saying last year, I'd really like to see something unexpected from them this round. I think they're kind of getting to that point of no return. Only 2 points away from match point are Kitty Club. So with a bad economy here for Mortal Wombat, I'd definitely like to see something fun like that 5-man shower push again.
Yeah, something along those lines. You gotta play funky. One of my favorite things to do here is play slow. Literally don't move. just sit in the same spots, especially in some of the lower ranks. People will get over aggressive. They'll peek. They'll try and take these off angles. But right now, you got Jet waiting in the wings. Nye with that shorty. 2 people in showers. 2 shots from a shorty could be a quick 2 kills. They're slowly coming around this corner. Just waiting. Dawn goes out onto site. Nye, aggressive on the peak.
Ooh.
Gets a little impatient.
And I do think if we saw a Mortal Wombat with a couple more rounds on the board, we wouldn't see those plays like that. We wouldn't see the players getting impatient. So definitely the pressure getting to them a little. Polar going to get himself a kill, though. And is he going to go for this retake, or is he going to try and save? I guess there's no point. They all have money for a full buy next round, so might as well try to do some economy damage to the enemies here. We're going to see the plant come out from Sova. KO is going to come in, get taken out, unfortunately, by Trio. It's all going to be down to the chamber, and Kiddo's going to take him out.
Yeah, and I really, really like this step up from Kiddo we've seen here in the second half. Really wasn't able to pick up too many kills, wasn't able to get too much going in the first half of play, but since then, he's been really, really on point, has been able to consistently frag out, get the kills when it's needed, and effectively use that utility for information. And really fantastic play from him right now. You look at the economy for the side of Mortal Wombat, full rifles, everybody's sub just about 700 credits.
So Mortal Wombat going to need to put in some really, really aggressive rounds here. Going to need to do some really nice plays to be able to get their momentum back on their side. We're going to see that from Polar, though. Polar going for the aggressive peek is going to get himself a kill on Kiddo. And that kill being on Kiddo, how important is that for this round with how well Kiddo's been doing on the second half?
Yeah, it definitely could be very important. It's going to be all about how you play the rest of this attack. You're able to get a trade kill, and well, there's one. But a bit of damage, the KJ running low, and especially since it was Kiddo that died on that Sky, they're not going to have the opportunity for the heal. But look, I think they figured him out. I think they realized they love to over-rotate. They're only going to send Sky back, and you got 3 members barreling towards this bomb site. Ooh.
Going to be interesting, though, what the chamber can do. We see the chamber all the way back in spawn. Maybe that over-rotate actually working out for them, as he noticed there was no one on his way towards the A bomb site. We're going to see chamber going into hookah now, or going up mid now. with the flank on the hookah
30
player.
seconds left.
Will Sova realize? No, he won't, and that's going to be
Spike.
Spike down too. Chamber giving the Mortal Wombat players a bit of a lifeline here. It's going to set up the rendezvous. And look, they've already got the defense set up on that spike. It's going to be really hard here for Kitty Club to try and retake it. With only 10 seconds remaining, I'd honestly just like to see a save or some exit frags from them here. Big mistake to send that Sova in alone with Spike, though.
Yeah, you kind of just need to leave your spike with your teammates if you're going to go alone. And unfortunately, he bites them that time around. And oh, Polar. Okay. Okay,
Wow.
Polar. That says you are not keeping your gun this time around, but takes them down. They're not too worried. Most of them were pretty much maxed out at 9,000 anyways, but it's the message. It's the message that matters.
Yeah, and Mortal Wombat getting a bit of confidence back from that round. I think Polar, he's had confidence the whole game. We see him on 22 kills currently with the top frag for Mortal Wombat, but a lot of these other players struggle, and I definitely, like you said earlier, like to see some more from Nye on this second half.
Once again, looking for the execute onto A site. Kiddo throwing out the dog, gather some information. Jet up on the top side, going to be able to find out he's having operator here for Kiddo. He's currently smoked off, but these jet smokes do not last that long. Nice headshot there from Nye. Is able to shut down the Sova, make it a 4v3, make it a 3v5, excuse me. A couple quick frags. I don't know if they know that this is an operator down in showers, though. If it was, I think we might have seen a little bit more aggression on just kind of picking up that op.
Yeah, and we see another set of rotations here from the Mortal Wombat players, but rather than being triggered by anything, we just see them hearing the players fall out of the A bomb site. So a bit more of a sensible play from the Mortal Wombat players, and I wonder if Frog Lover can get himself some good picks here. The spike's going to go down, and it's not going to go through the teleporter. So once again, we see that spike out of position and get picked off. Mortal Wombat may have just found their footing in this second half here.
And this has got to be one of the best spots just to hold. There's no reason the side of Tranquility Club should even try this. It's just so many different angles, so many different positions that they could come from, and they are going to opt to save this round. And Tranquility Club kind of falling apart a little. Mortal Wombat, like you mentioned, really finding their footing, finding that foothold that they've been needing. Especially, those were really big frags. The economy has been shut down a little bit, especially with the loss of that operator.
And all 5 players living.
Pick up the operator. Pick up the op, Sage. Oh, Raze.
Wow. We saw them turn right there at the last second. I wonder, they were planning on picking it up, weren't they?
There was a thought or two maybe that came out of Toxic, but not the thought to pick up the op. Maybe they don't want to. We haven't actually seen anyone get an operator kill this game, and I think that might have been the first op that was bought. Maybe people are more comfortable in Vandals. Who knows? But hey, either way, no op, and 5,000 credits down the drain.
Down the drain indeed. And if you're Trice Kitty Club, what do you do right now? Do you take a timeout? Do you try and regroup? They're just going to get some picks is what they're going to do. Apparently, we're going to see Toxic and Kiddo get 2 nice early picks onto that B bomb site. We're going to see the full rotate come out from Mortal Wombat, but I think it's too late. We're going to see those players filter out onto the bomb site right now. 2 players in CT. Polar's going to cross over to Elbow, but with that bomb down on default, I think it's going to be pretty much an unwinnable round for the Mortal Wombat players. They're going to go for it, though.
We're going for it. It was... unfortunately not able to do anything. It does look like Nye's going to save here as well. Now, you mentioned that timeout. I was thinking the exact same thing, especially if they had lost this round. It would have been, okay, let's call a timeout. Let's regroup. Like, they're able to find their footing. Once again, if you're able to find that initial pick, it gives you so much momentum, so much room to move onto the bomb site. You can set up the crossfires. You can set up your utility onto back site. We saw the Astra smoke completely blocked off CT and Elbow and really gave no opportunity for those other frags. Will this be a kill onto Jet? Oh, Toxic gonna see him? No, it's Nye taking him out.
One thing I've really liked from Kitty Club so far is sometimes when they get that pick, we see them just continue to play slow, continue to wait for maybe an over rotate or maybe a counter push to try and get a trade frag. And sometimes we see them get the pick and just immediately snowball onto that bomb site. So I really like just kind of keeping the enemies guessing here. Mortal Wombat not really knowing what to expect when certain scenarios happen. So good job for the flexible play there from Tries Kitty Club.
Yeah, and now looking at map point, looking to take map 1. They would be more than happy to do it here. Polar, though, not going to try and let that happen. The tour de force out and looking for those shots. Shot comes through.
Ooh.
It actually tags Kiddo. Doesn't get the kill. I believe it might have hit the wall.
So unlucky
going
there
through.
to just skim the wall.
Yeah, wow. But Kiddo running low, and since that was Sky that was hit, no heals. Gonna be working with sub probably 15 HP. Here's the flank.
And the 2 players pushing in from flank. We're going to see Omen swing. He's going to get the 1 frag. Surely he knows the Sky is there. Now they definitely do. Nova going to swing and take out his Sky counterpart. And yet again, we have seen the Spike dropped in an awkward position. We did see 2 players there on Spike, but just some lucky frags there for the Mortal Wombat players. Not lucky frags, but lucky to get frags on those players with the Spike.
Yeah, that seems to have been a really big issue so far for the side of Tries Kitty Club. Is just haven't been able to keep the Spike in their own hands. And so far, it's going to be only the KJ remaining. Flawless round here for Mortal Wombat as they try and claw their way back into this one. 2 rounds away from setting us to OT.
And that is just exactly what they needed. Not only have they gotten themselves another round and kept themselves from losing map 1, look over at the economy on the other side. If Mortal Kombat can pick up this 11th round for themselves, that final round to decide if we go to overtime or not, there's going to be almost no buy on the side of Tries Kitty Club. So Mortal Wombat suddenly given themselves a lifeline in a much better position than we saw them a couple rounds ago.
And I really like what Try's doing here. They're going for the light buy. They're going to allow them, if they lose this round, they'll still have the money to go for the full buy next round. So we saw a couple of Spectres, maybe on Marshall. I did believe we saw a Phantom out of Try. So he'll be the big one you got to keep your eye on going into this round, though. But already pushing into the long. Hawk goes out. Toxic here to peek, but the heads are just taken off by Nova. And Try, you might be next. Potentially looking for that jitter. Gotta be careful on the peak. Nova has just been deadly with this gun all night. And there it is once again, the headshots. And the Seekers come out from Nova. It's traded back onto Kiddo, though, making a 3v4. You still gotta remember this gun advantage. Kiddo with 1 bullet left. He gets the tag. It's not gonna be enough to finish off as Kiddo's running at just about 1 HP here as well.
We're going to see the other 2 Sova's, or not Sova, excuse me, Sky's going to go down. We're going to see the other 2 players in spawn, though, for the attacker side, but the KO is there. It looks like the timing, though. Are they going to notice the KO walking past them? They're not. What timing? KO's probably calling out to his team right now. Guys, B is clear. They're not going B, and they're just empty on A. They must be so confused right now, Tries Kitty Club.
Yeah, and it's going to be Chamber. He's rotating back. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it to CT on time. No, the smokes go out.
10 seconds left.
6 seconds left here to get this Spike down. Polar's just going to push through the smoke. He gets the shots out. He gets the teleport back. It's going to have, I think it's just barely enough time for the Spike. No!
Oh, wow.
Point is just a milliseconds away from getting that Spike down.
Crucially, though, I did mention that if they were able to pick up that 11th round, we were going to see Tries Kitty Club on a really terrible buy. But I think they managed to save a couple of guns that round. So might be a bit more of an even final round here to decide if we're going to overtime or not. And we are going to see Vandals for pretty much every player in the server.
Yeah, last round they were able to force light. They just about all of them kept about 2,000 credits apiece. And now looking comfortable. Polar and a nice little off angle for the potential A execute here for Tries Kitty Club. Rounding around the corner with the recon drone, finding a little bit of information. Spotted out Polar, and he is going to take that rendezvous away. As smokes go out the long, flashes there as well as the KJ. All ultimates getting used. Leave nothing spared as it's 1, 2, 3 traded. Navino gets a double, looking for more. As it now 2, 3 is going to be able to get this guy. He's spraying with no care in the world.
Oh my
KJ,
goodness.
oh my goodness, Navino. What was that? Picks up a 4K and sends us to overtime.
Wow, what a play there with the Odin. Navino definitely showing you don't need to click heads to necessarily win rounds. Great play there from Trice Kitty Club. Or from Mortal Wombat, excuse me.
Navino, man, I don't know if you should be allowed to do that at this game. In this game, that was just ridiculous.
No, and we see him going right for the
Yeah,
Odin again.
Home is where the Odin is, I guess, and he is staying on top of it. Now, OT scenario, of course, win by 2. You're going to switch every round. And now the question is, who picks up round 1? You have the KJ on defense. This is what helped Try look really, really strong. If they execute on the B, you got to be careful, but it's a really spread out, really methodical push here for Mortal Wombat.
And it looks like we might see a Chamber and an Astro duel. Polar is going to get the first pick for Mortal Wombat there. He's going to get the Alt Orb, also putting him only 1 kill away from the Tour de Force. So maybe we'll see that op come out later in the round.
Was a kill traded back. 9 sends it out. Wolf there as well, spotting out some extra information. Try still solo holding B. Thinking about rotating, but look at where this spike is going. It's going back towards the B bomb site along with the rest of Mortal Wombat. Spike's going to be dropped, and they're going to be able to spot out this jet first. Toxic gets Polar on the rotate, so that's going to be no chamber, no potential ultimate. They're going to get control of this site, throw out a couple smokes. KJ still lurking in elbow. Sova Rays coming around the corner. Toxic and Glitch looking for something, but it is going to be Try taken out. Now 40 seconds on the clock as Spike's going down.
Oh, and the Odin player, Navino, is going to go down to a double peek by Glitch and the Rays for the defender side there. We're going to see all 3 players in CT. The Sky Flash is going to come out. A counter Sky Flash is going to come and get a huge blind. Nova's going to get the double kill to bring it into a 1v1, and that Rays is only on 1 HP. Nova going to go for the Sky Flash, hopefully get that information that he needs. The Rays Satchel Charge going to get a little bit of damage on him, and we're going to see Nova get the 1v3 clutch. What a play for them to bring first round of OT in their favor.
And Nova, my goodness, just got the perfect angle right there, takes out 2 of the defenders, and finally is able to take out the last in Toxic. And wow, my goodness, this just does not stop between these 2 teams. We talked about how evenly matched it's been, and this is just the pinnacle of it.
Absolutely. I'm really, really fascinated to see what kind of push we see from Kitty Club here. We've seen in the past that these slow defaults looking for a pick have worked. We've also seen when they throw all that util at one site, it's worked before, but Polar is going to get that early pick, and you have to think Trice Kitty Club are nervous right now.
Yeah. Down 1 in this overtime do or die scenario. And Navino, with the tried and true Odin holding that corner. I think that he held the same corner earlier in this game, so potentially could go down. Nova, quick trade. Looked like Ion might have been able to take him down, but now forcing it into a 3v5 situation for Try. They're going to have to play slow. They desperately need a 1 pick or 2 picks to try and be able to execute into one of these sites.
And this is looking really, really good for the Mortal Wombat players. This pick is going to be huge if Try is able to get it. We're going to see 2 other kills from the other side, making Try the only player remaining, only thing standing between Mortal Wombat and a map 1 victory. Let's see what he can do here with Spike down and a 1v4. I'm going to call it almost impossible, but nothing's impossible in this game, Valorant.
Yep, 1v4 scenario. Try looking to peek this corner. They know he's coming from here. On KJ, you don't have too many opportunities. Full flash, and Navino to finish him off. 14-12, your final score, as Mortal Wombat take map number 1.
And what a performance there from both teams. We saw them trading frags back and forth, trading rounds back and forth all match. What kind of stuff do you expect here? I do believe we're on Ascent for map number 2. What kind of picks are you going to expect to come out from both the teams here?
I'm expecting a pretty similar picks, to be honest. Maybe 9 moving off that jet really didn't look too comfortable on it. At the end of the day, I think maybe ended up with 13 kills, but the KJ worked really well for Try. Looking to see them probably stay on top of that. A lot of really good available picks still there, but once again, I've said it before. Comfort over meta in these situations, and looking to see something along the same lines.
Definitely. I'm hoping to see more Chamber. Chamber's probably my favorite character, Chamber and Reyna. So I'm definitely hoping to see more Chamber. I'd love to see a Chamber from Kitty Club. We only saw the one Chamber of I do believe it was Pearl on Chamber, or excuse me, but yeah, a Chamber from both teams would be really fascinating, and I'm just looking for a bit more of a methodical kind of team comp for Trice Kitty Club. We saw them on a lot of heroes that work really good solo, but not really together. So I'm looking to see just a little bit more organized, a little bit more methodical of a team comp from them this time around.
Yeah, most definitely. With that, we're going to be throwing into a quick break. When we're back, it's going to be map number 2 between Trice Kitty Club and Mortal Wombat. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Tranquility X Valorant. Of course, I'm Cats here with Mikey, and we just saw a fantastic game one, neck and neck throughout the entire thing.
Absolutely. Both teams going back and forth pretty much the whole game. We saw right at the start, Mortal Kombat looked a little more in control. As soon as we saw that switch over to, I do believe it was Mortal Kombat starting on attacker side. When we saw them switch over to defender, Kitty Club looked to take control for a minute there, but Mortal Kombat, I think they just needed to find their footing on defense, and then we saw them right back to just switching back and forth with the rounds.
Yeah, and once they got into overtime, looked incredibly comfortable. Playing that, the Odin coming through was certainly something I haven't expected, and certainly something I haven't seen before from Navino, but looked incredibly comfortable on it and was able to make it work. Picked up a 4K in one of the later rounds that really was able to turn it around. I think it put them at 12-11, just one away from forcing OT, and worked out for them really well. But going into map 2 here, I believe on Ascent, what do you change up? What do you switch going into this?
I definitely think I'd like to see a Sova from both teams. We saw the Sova from, I do believe it was Kitty Club, who did end up losing the map, but we saw how crucial it was with the info, and especially on a map like Ascent, the Sova, in my opinion, is needed, especially if you have someone like I do believe it was the person on KO who is so fond of the Odin. We'd love to see those Odin spams on the B-bomb site on Ascent. So that's something I'm personally looking forward to. Really, though, what I want to see is just the Tris Kitty Club players mixing it up a little. We see that they pretty much only play defaults at the start of rounds. They played really slow and look for those picks, and Mortal Wombat definitely realized that towards the end of that game there. They stopped giving them those early picks that they are so dependent on. So Tri-City Club, I'd like to just see them play a little bit more together as a team in this next half here.
Yep, and we are into character select map number 2 on Ascent. And Nai is, I did mention this, I believe, pre-break. Might have wanted to see him on a different character other than that Jet, but maybe still looking comfortable on it, feel a lot more confident maybe on it on the Ascent. You have a lot more opportunity to try and make room for your team. Of course, that realistically, you shouldn't be looking at KD. You shouldn't be looking at kills when it comes to initiators such as that. You should be seeing how they make room, how they effectively get onto the site. And he was doing that. He was doing that incredibly well as it came down to it. And all 5 actually going to be locked in here for our defenders. It's going to be the Omen, KJ, KO, and the Sova this time around.
And they have yet to lock it, and we are going to see some swaps. I was about to say, over on attacker side, we saw a triple duelist, double initiator comp, so definitely a little strange. But what I was going to comment on originally is the fact they have no Sentinel, and that is still the case even after those picks. We don't see the triple duelist anymore, which is definitely a good thing. But really interesting that they don't have a Sentinel here. We know how meta Chamber is right now, but looking over on the other side, neither... Oh, no, we do see a KJ, actually. I stand corrected. I was going to say neither teams have a Sentinel, but surprised we're not seeing a Chamber from either side here with how meta he is nowadays, and the fact that Ascent has those long-range angles.
Yeah, a lot of long-range angles. The Chamber looked incredibly comfortable, as well as we're not seeing any skies. Both skies have been dropped from both teams, not switching it over to something along the Sage. There's going to be no heals for the rest of the squad, and that's something you got to be really concerned about, is you don't have the opportunity to get a pick. Okay, I can heal up from 20, 30 HP, maybe take another duel. No, you're going to be just about one shot. So really one of the main ways to combat that or try and use that to your ability is you just have to force yourself to a trade. You got to say, okay, I'm probably going to die for this trade, but if we're able to get the kill, make it a 2-for-1, it is a good deal. But here we are, map number 2 already loaded in. This was a quick one, and on to map 2 we go.
We're going to see a pretty heavy A setup. We see Jet going for the orb there. That is going to tell the KO on defender side there that they are present at that A bomb site, but we don't see them pushing in immediately. So I'm wondering if they're just trying to gather some info, maybe force out some utility like we just saw that Molotov coming out from Nova. Nova, though, going to play in his teammate's smoke, going to go for the flashbang maybe. He's going to get a blind on 3. He's going to get 1 kill on Toxic, and really well done for him not to peek that again. As we say that, though, we see him pull the flashback out. He's going to right-click it again. Sova in that corner on the other side, though. Is he going to expect that? He throws the knife, though. What a good play with the utility from KO to realize. And I thought they did realize the Sova was there. He's going to peek and get a kill on Nye. And suddenly what I thought was such a good situation for Tri's Kitty Club has turned into a disaster. We're going to see Glitch with the 4th kill of the round. That's going to leave it all up to Navino with a pretty much impossible retake.
Yeah, Navino, 1v4 retake. Of course, it's pistol. There's no reason to save, but what a start from them. Yeah, it's not exactly what I expected, but yeah, they're able to just barrel down A, especially with that early frag we saw out of the KO with the flashes. It was good. Corner, not going to be dead. Goodbye. See ya.
I thought we were about to see the knife there for a second.
Yeah, I was hoping for it. I don't know if Tri thought, oh, I'm on like high ground to low ground. If I jump, it'll make some noise. But either way, they'll secure the round 1-0 over to Mortal Wombat, and a great start for them. But like I said, a lot of aggression from the defending side. Not what I expected. I liked the first pick, but after that, you have a pick. You're up a man. Don't overcommit.
Yeah, I was about to make the comment of I really liked how KO went in there for the first frag and then immediately started to fall back. But we saw him put the flashbang back in his hand and go for the second one. I really would have liked them to see them get that first pick and then fall off, but that is not what happened. Glitch, though, gonna get a quick kill to open up round number 2. Not gonna respond, though, to make it a 4v4, and we're gonna see a really aggressive push through B for the defender's side there. Polar gonna get the kill, and this force buy for Tri's Kitty Club is working out for them at the moment. My comment between matches was for them to play a little more together, play a little more aggressive, not go as by the books, and we are definitely seeing that from them thus far. It's going to be a... Oh, and Kiddo is going to get the final kill on Polar, but some great economy damage Tri's Kitty Club has gotten done on the second round.
Yeah, able to take away 3 guns there, and it's going to be able to allow them to force full rifles going into this third round, and you still see a Spectre, a Marshall, a couple other guns for the other side here for Mortal Wombat. Is a couple guns are just going to be getting rid of. Yeah, Marshall, 2 pistols as well, light across the board, or just about across the board for Mortal Wombat. So you're a little concerned going
look at this.
into this round 3. And yeah,
we see the Sova with the Odin, as we predicted.
Polar, this guy, man. Odin spamming that wall is something I may have only learned about 2 days ago when it happened to me. But it's not enjoyable. It's not fun to play against.
Oh, you think it'd be less enjoyable for the aggressor also, just shooting at a blank wall, but I can tell you from experience, it is satisfying to get kills like that.
Gonna be still playing it slow, though. Doesn't have another dart for another 5 seconds or so, and he might be looking for the angle. The Omen smoke is out. He's going to send out another dart. I don't know if this is gonna spot anyone, and wow. Yeah, it is. Camino says, sure, I'll take that. Now, the question is, are they going to be able to check this corner? These 2 members wait in the wings here, looking for the trade. Frog Lover with the quick 2K, 3K now to his name. Running incredibly low on the other side of this, and Ayano going to be the last one standing. Does have the Sheriff. 3 bullets. Hey, can we get 3 quick headshots?
He is going to TP, and Frog Lover not going to spot that. I'm not sure if there's a gun over there. We do see the gun on the ground. He's going to elect to stay with the Sheriff, though. He's going to peek. That's 1 out of 3 quick headshots. Let's see if he can keep it going.
10 seconds left.
Defenders, though, realizing that they could just chill Navino, though, with the trusty Odin's going to spray through the smoke, get himself an easy kill to pick up the first round of the game for Tri's Kitty Club.
Yeah, and comfortable round for them. They did lose a couple guns on the backside of it, so that's what you got to be a little concerned about. You're looking at 3 guns for them across the board with Polar, Navino, and Frog Lover. The Odin, of course, still in the hands of Navino. Who would have guessed that? Certainly not me. No chance.
And I really, really do want to see some good rounds here from Tri-Kitty Club. I think that they have a very defender-sided composition. Sova can't really open up bomb sites that well. He can get you good information, but not force players off angles. And all they really have as an initiator besides that is the KO. So definitely I think they're going to be a lot stronger on defender side here. They're going to need to get some good rounds. I'm hoping for maybe... I don't know. Let's see them get at least 8 rounds this half to put them in a good position for once they go into attacker side.
Yeah, most definitely. And Navino, he's got the Odin. He's rounding his corner. One player going to be spotted out, and they know it's the Odin. They say, I'm not keeping that today. Polar will put some more shots through. His Frog Lover able to get the kill there on the Toxic. And for the slow Odin spray down to hell as well. As the teleport comes through. As well as the spike plant. Frog Lover looking for that angle. He sees him. It was just his cape. But the repeak is there, and so is the recommit. 3 Fem members fall, and Tri-Kitty Club going to tie it right back up at 2.
What'd the character from the Incredibles movie say? Capes get you killed? They definitely did in that scenario.
Yeah, I don't know if... I actually don't know if the cape is a part of the hitbox or not, but either way, the information was there. And just like that, once again, they're going to be looking very comfortable. Economy looking better and better. And it's only going to be 2 guns, 2 buys, really, from the side here. Immortal Wombat with the Spectres and the Sheriffs.
Interesting that they decide to go for the Spectres and Sheriffs. We see the economy already pretty strong for Tri-Kitty Club. If they did manage to get a couple kills with those Spectres, I don't think it would be so detrimental to the defender side economy. I would have liked them to just full eco this round and maybe put themselves in a better position later in this half. If there's ever a round we see them lacking some necessary utility, we can look back to this round and explain it with that. But maybe they'll surprise me and pick up a round win here. We'll have to see.
And these Odins, they just don't stop, do they? We're never going to find a time where they stop. As a lot of actually really good shock darts. Nova is able to pick up 2. Polar is able to put down a lot of damage here on the defense for Mortal Wombat. Nye able to pick up a kill there as well. The spray's there from Nye, but not able to finish him off. Both players about half HP. Nye expecting him waiting around the corner. Navino with the spray as well. And Mortal Wombat with another round to their name.
Disrespect from Navino to spam the wall, turn around, continue to spam, get the kill, and then just spam the body until the mag was empty.
Yeah.
Mortal Wombat really showing their opinions about the opposing team here.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, but I can't wait till... I mean, if you've ever played CS, you know about auto snipers, and I don't know if I want to call this like the auto sniper of CS, where one person brings it out, you say, oh, well, it's an auto sniper game, but it'd definitely be something interesting as players could just spam it all the time.
So Kitty Club here just playing a bit of a passive setup at the start of the round here. We see 3 players over towards that A bomb site, but not pushing anywhere near that orb. And if you look at your minimap, the KO for Mortal Wombat has actually managed to get himself up into Wine. We're going to see 2 players enter into B main as Kiddo is going to get the first pick of the round, taking out Frog Lover. That's going to give them some mid control. Wonder if they're going to see a bit of an A split come out from the players. Navino, though, with the Odin, we've seen how deadly it is. He's pinned down on the corner, and he's going to have to fall back and reload.
The shots can come through as the Killjoy is there as well. Nova going to go to the ultimate, but I think he is going to drop nonetheless. Spike should be going down here shortly. Okay, now I think he's trapped in the corner. The spray with the Odin.
Oh
This
my
is
goodness.
just something. Navino turns around. It's the 180 and gets rid of Glitch. And my goodness. You don't have to pre-fire when you can just fire the whole time.
Oh, the teleport actually coming through from Ayana, though. I thought that was purely just information-based. Oh, he's going to get caught out trying to teleport to the other side, though. Leaving Polar in a 1v1 scenario. Only 8 seconds remaining, though. I don't think they have spike control. And the round is going to go to the defenders. And the icing on top of the cake, we're going to see Polar get that last kill. Well done.
Yeah, just there's no time left. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the break, and these rounds go to the end. They go pretty much to 2 minutes most of the time, and maybe even a little past that as a spike goes down with 2-3 seconds left. Oh, let's add another 45-second timer on top, but it is going to be a timeout called here for Tri-City Club as they try to reevaluate.
And we've seen how slow both teams would be. If you're the IGL, if you're the coach of Tri-City Club right now, do you maybe just throw that out the window? Say, let's just 5-man rush B, go to our CSGO roots, not think, just hold W. Or are they going to try and pull something crazy out of the books? Maybe they have some really complicated strategies, but personally, my opinion is the less complex, the better right now. They just need to focus on their fundamentals, not get too obsessed with what my util is going to do. Do I need to place it here or there? And just swing some angles. That's what I'd like to see from them right now.
Yeah, certainly is. As we resume play here, I believe they'll be able to force buy. That will be the last round for them. No, not a full force buy. They should just maybe go for the full save. Light buy, really light buy down until you can make sure you have enough for that full buy next round. But this round, they're struggling a little bit. Kiddo coming out on top. We saw that map one. It feels like 3 hours ago at this point. Kiddo was struggling when it went into half, but really coming out on top of this one.
And we're going to see 4 of the players here for Kitty Club over by that B bomb site. We're going to see Trio get the first pick there to open up the round. And like I was saying earlier, I would love to just see them hold W right now, filter onto that bomb site, but the slow play seems to be what they're comfortable with. Kiddo with a nice shot onto KJ there. Not sure why KJ was peeking that again, as they did spot out the Marshall. Posted up on another angle is the Sova, though. Kiddo, I don't think he's going to spot Polar, who's going to get himself a nice double kill. Good kills by him. He's going to throw the dart through the smoke there to try to get some more information. But as we see that happening, we see the last couple of players for the attacker side filter onto the bomb site there. Really good split push from... Wow, what a shot from Mayano. He's going to pick up the AK. Jet's going to swing, though, and get the frag. It's going to be a 1v1 between Trio and Nye. Trio holding the angle. Who's going to shoot first? Nye is going to miss his spray. Trio with an excellent spray with the Spectre. Great job to him to pick up that round.
And a fantastic semi-eco round there for Tri. They weren't able to get out with too many guns, but they were still able to pick up the round nonetheless. They should be able to force full rifles here and look a lot more comfortable. That timeout gave them a little bit of time to discuss what do they want to do going into this. They played a lot slower, a lot more concise, and were able to find their picks and were able to execute on top of it. Came down to kills at the end of the day. No spike goes down, but make it a 1-point game once again.
We didn't see them go for the quick play like I suggested, but we did see them play so much more together. We saw 4 of those players shoulder by shoulder, and I really think being able to get those trade frags is what got them that round. But we see the Mortal Wombat players responding quickly, going back to their aggressive roots, and like we saw time and time again on last map, we're going to see that spike go down in an awkward position early in the round.
Now, got to be careful in these situations. You're trying to get on top of the spike, but let's 2v5. You might just be thinking about saving at this point. You're in the 2v5. But Kiddo, he's going to drop. Yanni looking maybe for something. 1 kill, 2 quick kills. So he comes out the Omen smoke. And really just maybe some of those exit frags, but there's so much time left in this round for Viana to actually work with. So it's certainly not impossible. It'd be a 1v5 clutch. It'd be the clutch of my lifetime to watch if it were to happen.
If there's anyone that can do it, though, I do think it's Ayano, and this is a good situation. We see a lot of these players not playing together. Polar, though, gonna win the long-range duel to take Ayano out and stop the hopes of him clutching. Mortal Wombat looking to really get their feet down and get themselves in control of game number 2 here. Polar fragging out on the Sova.
Yeah, they're doing fantastic. And we saw Polar in the previous game. He did incredibly well. I believe he was on the chamber and just holding down angles was his priority, was his specialty. Able to consistently either hold down a bomb site, hold down a mid angle, just a certain part of the map. Trice Kitty Club just couldn't go anywhere near it. And he's doing the same thing this game incredibly effectively. A slow B stack, potentially, or excuse me, A stack for the side Immortal Wombat. Nice.
Interesting Sova Dart lineup going to come out there, and they're going to discover that the A bomb site or B bomb site is pretty empty right now. Bit of a stack for both teams towards A at the start of the round. We're going to see some players rotate over, though, and it looks like we're going to get an execute coming out here in just a moment from the Trice Kitty Club. Toxic spotting out the Jet, who went for an aggressive push mid. We're going to hear the Hunter's Fury come out. It's going to get a kill onto the other Sova. Polar getting himself, or Polar getting eliminated there at the start of the round, and a quick double kill from Nova there.
Yeah, Frog Lover gets a kill as well on the backside of that. As more shots come out, maybe looking for something else. You look at your mini-map right now. They're trying to back out in the cat. There's the flash, pop flash, looking for it. Toxic just in that right corner. Doesn't spot him out. There's the peek finally, but he's got a Marshall. Gets the tag onto Nova. He should opt not to repeat this, or maybe get a trade peek there, but there it is. Shot through the box. And now into the 3v1. Spike's still up, and Spike's still on him. They have to rotate quickly back through tree here. Now potentially looking for shots. It's only a Frenzy, though, versus the likes of a Vandal and an Odin. Another round over to the side of Mortal Wombat.
Really good eco round, though, there from Trice Kitty Club. We see them playing a little bit slower, playing together like we suggested they should, and getting themselves a couple picks to just put a little dent in that economy. It's not going to force anyone on to a bad buy this next round, but maybe a round or two from now, it might.
Yeah, and if you're the side of Trice Kitty Club, you really need a round win right here. It would hurt you so much not to pick up the round win. You maybe be able to light buy, but at the end of the day, you really don't want to. You want to be able to pick up a round, and you want to be able to pick it up very cleanly. Sova Dart, not going to collect anyone.
I'd like to see him wait a little longer on that Sova Dart in the future. It's been 4 or 5 rounds now. He's used it and seen nothing.
Yeah, and the game of patience really is Valorant. They are going to hear this ult orb going off, so they at least know tries right here. Shock Dart goes in, going to chunk out KO a little bit. And trade kills all over mid lane. Should be able to pick up Nova as well. There's Ayano playing slow, just down to 77 HP. It's going to be the 1v3 here for Polar. He certainly has potential to do it, and he might be able to find a pick through mid already. It's going to be his first duel in a second.
Not sure if Ayano's aware of Polar's presence in Defender spawn there. Polar's going to head up towards Heaven, though, and the timing is going to work in his favor for at least for the moment. Not sure if he's going to expect that flank, as we have one player sitting under Heaven right now. The other player over somewhere near Tree Room, it looks like. And we're going to see him drop down. Polar's going to spam the corner. He's going to get the kill on the KO. He's hopefully going to tap that bomb here and get the util to be baited out from KJ. And he's going to get the info about where that Omen is. He's going to get the frag, and he has to know the last player's in A main. And what a shot! Turning around with the 180 to keep Mortal Wombat's winning streak alive. What a shot there. Love to see a replay of that.
Yeah, and Try just not able to connect on the shots. Polar in the midst of a reload turns around, clicks heads, and clutches up the 1v3 scenario. What a play by him. And keeps, yeah, you mentioned it, keeps that win streak going. Now 3 in a row. You're forcing Trice Kitty onto the eco once again. And it's just such a tough scenario if you're Trice Kitty Club right now.
I was just about to say that must be brutal. They probably thought they had that round in the bag there. To lose that in that scenario, whilst already being down 3 rounds, and And we're going to see 3 quick kills for Mortal Wombat. That momentum definitely in their favor right now. They're not going to stop. The flashbang going to come out. They won't check the corner, though. That player's still behind them. Ayano's going to get himself a nice double kill, but with himself only remaining, I don't think it's going to mean much.
Potentially looking for this ultimate to teleport. Yeah, he's going to go towards B site. He's going to commit to it. Now waiting in the midst. No, the timing.
No.
Oh, but he doesn't connect the shots. Might be able to find the repeat. He does. Ayano able to take down Polar. Now a 3K to himself. Will he be able to find a clutch of his own this round? Gets shot, lit up, 11 HP left on the teleport. And Navino, he's going to try and swing towards CT. See if he can't find an angle on the backside. Spike still in hand for Ayano.
This is all going to be about timing here. Which player's going to see the other one first? Navino holding the angle, Ayano going for the wide swing. Really well played there by Mortal Wombat. Once they saw that TP come in to not just filter into the bomb site one by one, but to play together. Really liked how they countered that. But I also really liked the TP there from Ayano. I loved that he didn't just go back site. I loved that he TP'd into market and waited for those rotates. Just unfortunately for him, the timing didn't quite work out. But really, really creative play from both players there. But as we said before, Tranquility Club need to get themselves around on the board right now, or we might just see Mortal Wombat run away from them with this.
Yeah, and it's really going to kill the economy if this jet goes down. Nai does have the operator in hand, so it's the opping jet. It's something you always expect to be really strong. And one thing I've thought about, I've seen it multiple times, I don't know if Tranquility Club even thinks about where the spike is going, in all honesty. Nai. Oh, he says he doesn't need the op. Toxic. There's the shot. Second one, not going to connect. Should be an easy shot here, but no, isn't able to connect either. Right click classic. Up draft is there. And over to finish it off. Clean and flawless round. And once again, it's just a 9-3 half.
And that is just really, really rough if you're a Tranquility player or fan. The jet there just missing some shots. It's so easy to do that in these kind of scenarios when you have the pressure of being in a league match, when you know you're losing that momentum. Really just unfortunate. We've seen before how quickly the momentum can swing in their favor if they're able to pick up a round or two. So Tranquility Club gonna try and go for a pretty heavy B stack, it looks like. We see the Omen and Sova, the only 2 players on A, but this 5-man rush on A is going to be hard to counter. They're not going to clear the corner, though. The Frenzy is going to whip. He's going to get some damage on KJ, but he's not going to be able to pick up the frag, and that is just rough.
Yeah, Kiddo picks up the 3K so far with this Sheriff as well, so it could be a good opener. Try another onto Sova, so it's just going to be toxic on this jet remaining. And takes Nai down. Now another round over to the side of Tranquility. Great pistol for them, and that's the momentum they need desperately going into the second half.
Definitely. We see they have a fairly defender-sided comp. It should be decent on both sides, but I'm definitely gonna see that Sova, that Killjoy, and to a degree that KO be a little bit stronger on defender side. So do not count Tranquility Club out right now. I think these next 2 rounds are going to be absolutely crucial, though. If they get beat out from an eco round, they are done. If they can't win that first gun round, they're still in the game, but that's really going to knock their confidence. So I'd love to see Tranquility Club pick up the next 2 rounds and bring us to a close game number 2.
And if you're Mortal Wombat, you're not worried about winning this round. You want to do damage. And they are just running down in the tree here. The shots are there from Kiddo, and he is going to be the first one dropped. It is going to be a Sheriff down, but you got to get past Ayano first.
Interesting buy for the Sova there, buying only a Sheriff.
Still does get taken down. Still one. Shot comes through. Nai dashes away. Doesn't matter. Ayano to clean up. Navino kind of in a lurker spot here. And just maybe looking to pick anyone off. Try and do a little bit more eco damage on the way out. But definitely in the 1v4. Don't think he's going to be able to get much.
He is going to catch Jet off guard, though. Going to go for only right clicks, and that is the risk of letting the RNG play the game for you. I bet you if he had just gone for some headshots there, that would have been an easy kill with the fact that Jet missed that first shot. But you live and you learn. Tries Kitty Club picking up those 2 rounds we said were going to be so crucial for them. Let's see this gun round, though. I think if we see them pick up this first gun round on defender side, Tries Kitty Club might win this map.
Yeah, the momentum shift is massive if they're able to pick it up, and the potentially might be able to force us into a map number 3. The economy really hurts if the other side of Mortal Wombat just aren't able to pick up this round, and already looking for a pretty spread execute. They've got Spike down a little bit safer for themselves. Nobody can drop it. It's just sitting towards top mid. Quick headshot from Toxic, gonna take out Polar. And he doesn't care that he doesn't have an op, doesn't have a Vandal. He's got the Marshal to do his headshots for him.
And we've seen some great plays with the Marshal. And speaking of great plays, we've seen some great plays with the Odin so far this game too. Marshal and Odin, definitely 2 weapons I didn't expect to see as often as we're seeing. But the skill from these players, not necessarily only on those Vandal, Phantoms, and Operators. So something we definitely like to see, as Nova is going to miss out on the timing there from Glitch. We've seen the timing for both these teams play really in their favor or against them, depending on who you are. Navino, though, gonna know now where that KO is. Hopefully gonna be able to trade out his fallen teammate. Glitch, though, is just sitting pretty in this corner, doesn't want to peek. Navino with the spray, Trio's going to peek that and shut him down. We're going to see that spike go down, and it's going to be a 2v2 scenario here. Tries Kitty Club on the retake.
Yeah, it's going to be a partially hard retake, but you do have a few extra guns you might have been able to pick up. It's going to be KJ coming through Cubby and working towards Window and Heaven. Nye has the angle, though, and takes him out. Now KJ, the only one left on the retake. You're going to be able to finish off Nye. No, shuts him down to 30 HP. Time is ticking as this spike winds down. Nye with a great angle around this corner. Takes one. Yeoman sitting wine. Time still ticking down. I don't know if you have enough time if you just don't force now. And yeah, this should easily be the round for Mortal Wombat. Knows he can just save, and this spike is going to go up. Shout out to the observers, giving us a beautiful top-down view of that big black orb.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done. And like we discussed, how important that round was, Tries Kitty Club not able to pick it up. I'm sorry. We're going to see a really, really bad economy, though, for Mortal Wombat there. Tries Kitty Club able to get that round there. Mortal Wombat are going to force up the 1 Vandal. Interesting.
Yeah, and I think that was the one that Frog Lever was just able to get away with.
Yes, you're correct. Yeah. You're correct.
So going for that full save, they know they've got some time. They can afford it. Also, big shout out observers for this. Love watching Sova Darts fly through the air. Of course, our boys Hippie, Mil Blizzard, and Laggy Sun on the producing side of things. A huge shout out to them. But now looking at 10-5, and Mortal Wombat, they just want to do some eco damage. They're already able to find one, force it into a 5v4.
And we see them with mid control too. The whole map is their domain at the current moment in time, and we see them setting up for a bit of an A split. That Omen, though, Ayano pushing through into spawn is going to cut off one of those pushes, but that's also going to leave the A bomb site completely open. We see Killjoy kind of pushing through, and Killjoy's the one with the spike. Not exactly sure why KJ's all the way in spawn right now. KJ is going to get a look at that other Killjoy who's going to turn around and get the frag.
Oh,
and that's Spike down also. I didn't even realize in the ridiculousness of that engagement. Spike is now down in spawn. Mortal Wombat with a seemingly detrimental mistake there.
Yeah, and the picks are just going to keep coming through here. They got to push onto the spike, and you're just going to get punished for it. Nova with the Vandal going to be the last one. The flash goes out. The shots come through from Lynch. And Tries Kitty Club pick up that round just off a crucial mistake. You can't give up spike. You were so deep inside A site. Plan it. Just plan it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm not sure if maybe he didn't realize he didn't have the spike, or maybe they thought they were being fancy, maybe gonna push through spawn and go for a B push. But when you don't have the information, when you don't have that lurk player in spawn or in your spawn to tell you that all the defenders are rotating through spawn, it's just not worth it to do something risky like that, even if you're up 4 rounds.
And now 10-6. Tries to keep up slowly coming back. Quick swing. Gonna do 30 damage to 30 HP left. Both Jets, we talked about this early, no heals across the board. So they'll be working with their sliver of HPs to try and enter these sites and defend them respectively. 4 people over in B Hall. Looking for that angle. It is KJ to hold the angle and set up plenty as well. Toxic might be looking for the peak. Nobody counter peeks that. A little surprised by that, but very, very slow play here by Mortal Wombat.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see
Spike
the
down
B
mid.
push come out there, but Mortal Wombat just electing to sort of play a default here and look for those picks. Spike, though, yet again, is going to go down. We normally see Mortal Wombat getting that spike down in weird spots. Kitty Club, taking a page from their book, though, is going to get control of the spike. Navino going for the spray. Kiddo is
30
going to trade it
seconds
out, though, and Kitty Club with a bunch of kills. Seemingly that momentum has shifted back in their favor here on round number 17.
And yeah, 15 seconds now on the clock. Spike's still down, and they're just going to opt to save their rifles. No need to
10
overcommit. Maybe look for an exit frag or 2 if you can. Try and mess the economy a little bit. But I think your rifles are just way more important at this point.
Now, if you're Mortal Wombat, what do you do right now? They looked so in control of this game. They looked so set to take victory here on map number 2. Momentum shifting back towards Try's Kitty Club. This has not really been a back and forth game. We've seen the momentum sort of stay with one team for 5 or 6 rounds at a time. And with them being already on 7 points, you're going to have to get a little nervous if you're Mortal Wombat. What do you change at this current moment in time?
Yeah, I like what they're doing right here, going for the light by trying to maybe, get a few picks, potentially pick up a round and shift the momentum in your favor. But my eyes are really all on this next round, and you have to play a lot slower. You've been playing incredibly slow, but you've been making these crucial mistakes. You get the pick, you're able to get a kill, and then Spike is just nowhere to be found, or you lose Spike to someone picking you off on the other side of the map, and you just got to be a lot more careful where the Spike is. The objective of the game isn't to kill; the objective of the game is to defend and execute on sites, and I think that's just what we need to see more of.
There's the Ayano with the repeak on mid. Nova going to pick up a couple of quick frags, though, in response, turning it into a 3v2 with Mortal Wombat at the advantage. And we see them turning this round into a bit of a good one for them. I do believe we saw it was mostly an eco. I think we only saw an AK on Nova to start, who got himself that nice double kill to equip both his teammates with rifles of their own. And we're going to see a nice execute onto the B bomb site here. Killjoy is going to prevent that plant for a second there with her nano swarms, but both players in CT. Nova's going to go off the ankle for some reason.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
And Nova still able to find a kill on the try, but Hunter's Fury is able to finish off Nova now in the 2v1. They know exactly where that Hunter's Fury came on as the Shock Dart comes out, trying to potentially do a little bit of damage on the backside. And I believe, that is going to be the recon. Doesn't grab anybody. Everybody's going to stay silent. This Kiddo trying to potentially look. Polar backside, maybe. Trying to swing. Checking those corners is there, but they know there's no need to overpeak. They can trade, and there it is. You got to just initiate off contact. You did it perfectly right there. And Polar able to give his team the round win.
Yeah, a really, really, really great post plant there for the Mortal Wombat players. Polar just electing to sit there in Boathouse, waiting for the first contact to come from Navino, immediately swinging off that and getting the pick. Really well played there from Mortal Wombat. We've seen once they get that spike down, once they get control of that site, they seem to be unbeatable. So Tris Kitty Club maybe want to play a little more aggressive here. I liked how we saw that Jet go for the early pick in B main, even though it didn't work out last round. So I think we're going to need to see a little more of that from Kitty Club if they want to take victory here in map number 2.
Yeah, and you really don't want to allow them to go to map point right here, but there's going to be ultimate going out. A couple flashes, looking for these peaks. Toxic, the only one on site. He's going to get taken down. Now you got to close this door, plant spike, and defend 5v4. Put 45 seconds on the clock. We'll have to see if this spike can't explode. Full defend here. Trio looking to enter. It is going to be 3 members down there. They know that door is blocked off. And of course, Omen popping that ultimate to some information. He sees 2 members. A couple more shots come through. Potential flank. You have people on every location. So they're going to be following from 3, but it is all members of Mortal Wombat on one side. That's 1 kill already. It's Kiddo taking out Polar. Now backside, it's another. He's able to take down 2. It's a 2-for-1. Puts us in a 2v2. Maybe trade shots. Nova takes him down. Omen able to finish it off. And Nova with the 4K puts them at series point.
And just like we saw last round, once they get that spike down, the Immortal Wombat players are almost unbeatable. We see those post plants are so strong for them. Just any angle you peek, there is someone there to respond, even if you get the pick for Tris Kitty Club. So excellent job by Immortal Wombat there. I'd love to see some maybe mid control from Tris Kitty Club, something like that. Maybe if they could get a fast flank in on one of these really aggressive 4-man pushes onto a bomb site, they can give themselves some hope of staying alive. But you really have to say, if you're a betting man, definitely put your money on Mortal Wombat right now.
Yeah, the recon dart gonna go out. Don't get spotted anyone. There's little issues with line of sight, but you have 4 members here, all gonna force onto A. Send out that recon drone, try and find the information while you can, and Omen potentially might try and trade onto here, but no. Double killjoy ult. They're gonna throw it right back onto A, but the spike's still gonna go down in time. Now it's time for Mortal Wombat to try and run. It's Kiddo with the first kill onto 9. The bomb goes down. It's a couple members going towards tree. Toxic is down there. Going against no one, but it's the zoning. Trio gets the first. Now looking for the second. Able to finish 1, 2 members across to retake in the site. Still looking for those picks. So many members so far back. This bomb is planted perfectly for them to fuse. And there's the Hunter's Fury. Ooh. Perfectly timed. They've got the ultimate. He's going to go for it one more time. He's going to get half health. They're going to push right through the smoke. And just like that, Mortal Wombat take the series 2-0 with a 13-7 win on Ascent.
What a performance there from both teams. We saw how back and forth map number 1 was. Mortal Wombat a little bit more control than map number 2, but Tris Kitty Club putting in a great performance nonetheless. Who's your MVP of the match, if you could give one?
If I could give one, honestly, it'd probably be going over to Polar. Throughout the entire series, he was incredibly strong on that on the chamber in map 1. He was able to effectively hold down those lines of sight and those certain areas of the map. And he was really strong in the clutch situations as well. So that's really what makes him my MVP, especially those clutch situations.
I was going to say the exact same thing. We saw him on the Sova on map number 2. He absolutely locked down that B-bomb site. It looked almost untouchable for Tris Kitty Club, and we saw how effective that chamber was on map 1, as you mentioned. So Polar, my MVP of the match also. But honestly, I wish I could give it to every player. We saw some crazy plays with the Odin, crazy shots with the Marshall. I think we saw Nye rocking the Marshall a lot. So just all around some great play from all the players. What a pleasure to have casted this match with you.
Yeah, and I think Navino, he's this guy, man. This guy. I don't think I'll be able to forget the name, not after watching that amount of Odin gameplay. But hopefully, we'll be able to get back on broadcast, see him again sometime soon. Congratulations to Mortal Wombat for taking the series 2-0. They'll move to 2-0 now, of course, as the Tris Kitty Club fall to 0-1 or 0-2, excuse me.
Yeah, and Mortal Wombat really putting themselves into the favorite position for the remainder of this season. It's still very, very early days, though. Only the second game being played of the season, but I'm really looking forward to see what Mortal Wombat can produce for us the rest of this championship.
Certainly looking forward to it. But of course, that is going to be all for us. If you're interested in seeing more of us, of course, my Twitter is @cats, and Mikey
At Michael M54_.
we got that long one. But either way, of course, big shout out to our observers as well, Hippie and Mid-Blizzard. They did a fantastic job, and we appreciate you guys for tuning in. So until next time, have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you.